Monday, Tuesday, Gronk Day. On the show, four-time Super Bowl champ Rob Gronkowski is here. He ran around with, he FaceTimed Tom Brady with, he sat down and talked to Drake Maye. I don't know how well they knew each other before what happened on Fox this past weekend, but I'd like to get a little BTS of that. We've got other storylines around the league. I don't know if that was the biggest thing to talk about. We've got this crazy slate of Week 9, big matchups, kicking off with Baltimore at Miami. Tomorrow night, we'll do a little prop shot with that. Arizona at Dallas. Okay, Seattle at Washington. That's a pretty good... Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to ask Gronk about KC at Buffalo. That's the headline here. We also have Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers right now. Welcome to the Up and Adam Show. Hamilton, New England has Atlanta. Okay, in New England. Love that. If we look at this slate, San Francisco at New York. Interesting. I mean, there's really just one. There's the surf and turf, right? We should do a parlay.
Oh, yeah.
A KC at Buffalo parlay, you in? We
absolutely should. I'm in.
What are your thoughts here on this? I mean, that's what we're going to talk to Gronk about, right? KC rolling.
Absolutely, yeah. And Travis Kelce rolling. I feel like we got to get him in that parlay.
Love that. Wednesday, we are turning the page, right? We've got Rob Gronkowski on the show. Pat Freiermuth got to sit with him and bring you that after the Steelers lost, but they're looking ahead to some great action. A big game against Indy. The Chiefs have some crazy games coming up. It all starts right now at Bills. Ravens, Dolphins, of course, kicks it off. How about these Texans? They're turning it up lately. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Favored by 1.5 over the Broncos, who put together 4 quarters. How about it? Last week to wrap up Week 8. KC 1.5-point faves in Buffalo for that one. And we, on Wednesdays, like to talk to Rob Gronkowski. Maybe we'll get a little spooky. We'll talk a little Halloween stuff with him. But let's hit some underreactions. Yes, these are 3 things that I think you need to be paying more attention to as we gear towards Halloween on Friday. And then, of course, the wrap of the World Series at some point, and the slate for Week 9. These are things that we need to consider a little bit more. I tried talking to Will and Taylor about Bussin' with the Boys in FanDuel fame about Travis Kelce. And they're like, he's doing... We think he's doing great. He clearly looks like this insane version of himself. When I was watching that game, I really meant what I said to these boys yesterday. That as a fan, I'm thinking, man, these are precious moments. I don't know how much longer. I don't know if he goes and he feels like he's 25 still and he wins the Super Bowl. I'm still not convinced he's coming back. I'm not convinced he's not coming back. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that he's at that point where he's playing because he loves it and probably because he hated how last year ended and all of those things, but he doesn't have, not that any player has to, but he could walk away at any moment. And I don't know, I haven't talked to him about what his future holds. But I do think when it comes to Travis Kelce and what he looked like on Sunday night, what he's looked like on what has been a correction from how the season started for this Chiefs team, we're underreacting to the fact that he's really at this point in his career feeling 22. Swifties, that was for you. He's having one of the better seasons of his career right now. Dwight, is he taking NAD with the peptides? Is he on the glow peptide that I'm on? Peter Attia, is he in his back pocket? Brian Johnson, I don't know. But I do know that he's currently second among tight ends in receiving yards. He's catching a career-high 77.1% of his targets, and he's matching his previous career high from 11 years ago. Do you know how insane that is? 11 years ago. Close to 10 yards per target. Not getting that volume, by the way, because of the depth of talent that KC has, one of the better offenses, a complete team, but he's making the most of every opportunity right now. And it's not just the stats. Look at this catch and run. Patrick Wells, like, how much longer are we going to have this? We're in the middle of this season. But there's nothing to cry about here. This catch and run. Look at how fast he is going. What is that? He's a cheetah. He's a jaguar. No, he's a chief. And that's faster than he has hit. Can we scroll up a little bit? I have the numbers here. No, go back. What you just saw is faster than he has run in 5 freaking years, 11 years, 5 years. What is going on? He hit over 19 miles per hour, and that was for the first 19 miles per hour is crazy. For the first time in a regular season, by the way, since 2020, at that size, the age, the calculus, it doesn't really, I don't know. I didn't do well in physics. I think I failed AP Physics in high school, actually, or came close. I had to talk myself into extra credit on my hands and knees to I forget her name, the professor that I had. Dr. Revak, I think. Now my PTSD is kicking in. I didn't do well in these classes. I don't know how you can be that quick and all that. I mean, I'd like to say the energy of he's lost it. He's not going to do it. Where was that? Where's that right now from last year? Maybe that's the lesson in pointing this out about our elders, Matthew Hamilton. You know? Maybe give it a little time. Give it a bigger sample size. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe the lesson also is, and no one hates rise and grind season more than me, meaning, what I mean by that is that area between free agency and into training camp of like, look how yoked. No one hates that more than me, but maybe there's a little something to that. He looks better than ever. But there was something to that because that narrative was drawn up with him, and it was very obvious when watching and being at training camp.
Yeah, and you could see it as you pointed out on that catch and run. He looks quicker. He looks faster. He looks sleeker, if we want to put it that way.
He's looking chic and
yeah.
sleek.
Yeah. No, sometimes those, it gets overblown, the best shape of his life season, but sometimes it really is true.
Is last year the best? Last year's loss like the craziest thing to happen to this Chiefs team? Like, this is what I was worried about, Matthew Hamilton. I think, and it's like this in relationships. It's like this in decision making. It's like this in politics. It's like this in everything. When you go so far one way, the pendulum swings in the exact same extreme on the other side. Okay, you go too far. Yeah. When you have a loss like that, did they not just set themselves up for another 5 years of this dynasty instead of maybe one more win? You know, if they win last year, are they like sleepwalking a little bit, just natural human nature? Maybe this is like one of those like patriot-y, we lost, and now are they about to like do this again year in, year out for the next 5? I don't know. And you heard my biohacking mention of Brian Johnson. You heard Peter Attia in there, by the way.
I don't know who that is, but I don't need any more Brian Johnson in the algorithm, please.
Peter Attia. What do you mean? Peter Attia has a grip. You've never like seen the grip test?
No.
How long can you like swing from a bar?
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
But that's that's not a TikTok dance. That's Maui. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like it's directly correlated to like your longevity and lack of like cognitive dysfunction in your elder years. You've never seen this? Peter Attia is like the. So I just keep saying his name because I think he has like a $7 million retainer to like talk to him for 5 minutes. But dream big, maybe one day. They've got when you think of this matchup, right? Chiefs, Bills. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
For me, it's this Bills defense right now, especially without Ed Oliver. Are they going to be able to slow down this passing attack that's rolling with the Chiefs right now? That's gonna be the key to this game for me. That secondary hasn't faced a test like this yet, and Maxwell Hairston being back for them is big. Getting him at corner, played his first career game last week. I'm interested to see how they're able to hold up.
How long will they hold up? That's the question. I don't know how they stop the bleeding. This Chiefs team is on fire. And I guess I got walked off the ledge of like them really needing to add a running back. So it just sounds like heavy lifting against KC at this point. Hopefully it's a great game though. Bill's sitting there still at 5-2. We'll see. That's the CBS game. On Sunday, Rob Gronkowski works for Fox, so we talked to us about this game, of course, and others here. On the Bills side, listen, there's this world of like a narrative that I hate in the NFL for several years now, is that Buffalo doesn't have any talent outside of Josh Allen. And this it's a ludicrous conversation. It's garbage. But that game last week, and we're underreacting to this, it was a statement from pretty much everyone on this Bills roster, okay? I know the Panthers do not have Bryce. I understand that. But this was what you call a complete win, a complete team effort, a total dismantling in every phase of the game. There are great guys on this team. James Cook, he had a 214-yard on-the-ground performance at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. He didn't get a touch after that because the Bills were up so big. He might have pushed. I literally got a Matthew Hamilton text on my phone saying, Adrian Peterson record alert if he gets any closer. He was that unstoppable. And it wasn't just him. But these runs were amazing. You're saying Josh Allen has no talent. There's no talent on this Bills team. Josh Allen has to do it all. No, he doesn't. You saw Khalil. He doesn't want to do it all, by the way. It's not like a bad thing to Josh Allen to say there's great guys on this team. Like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl without them. Khalil Shakir. How about this? Let's 4-yard completion. He turns that into a 54-yard touchdown. How? By making the entire Panthers defense miss. 115 of Josh's 165 on the day came after the catch. Khalil, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman. They made the most of their chances, okay? That's what you want, what I need to see from this team to think they can do it this week against the Chiefs and in a big spot in January against the Chiefs. The defense, by the way, really suffocating. We're underreacting to that this week. 7 sacks, 3 takeaways, everybody getting in on it. Epinesa, Rousseau, Joey Bosa, who has been getting so much grief from all edges of the sports universe. Him on the edge, it was beautiful. I don't care who was at quarterback. They weren't having success against this group with the way that they played on Sunday. I don't care that Bryce Young was not there. And you want them to go out and do it against a contending team. I get it. And guess what? You do get that chance this week. Ed Oliver injury. Concerning, absolutely. Big loss going forward. Bills, go and take it. Go and take it with a complete win. Not. Why does this narrative piss me off so much, Matthew?
Because I think it's because some of it seems to come from Bills fans too, as like
a lot of it, most of it.
Yeah, and it stems from trying to prop up Josh as the MVP, which I get, but don't disrespect your own roster. This team is really good top to bottom, and you're not. And it's frustrating to see.
It's a weird flex.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna. Who wants that? What does that say about your GM? What are you saying about look in the mirror? What are we saying about, you think, they like to hear? And Josh doesn't want that either. So It's just, it's interesting. Defense, definitely the first thing I think of, and the last thing I think of when it comes to that matchup. I want to do a parlay for that one. $2.99 from Mahomes last week. A dagger. Who's going to score the garbage time touchdown in this one, though, Matthew?
There's not going to be a garbage time touchdown in this one. We're going shot for shot.
Shot for shot. Oh, I love that one. That's an interesting time to have this game, no?
You mean right in the middle of the season?
No, the time of the day.
Or time of day. They, Nance and Romo and Brady and Burkhardt have not exactly gotten the marquee games this year, so I'm excited to see,
Look at you.
A classic 4 p.m. window Nance and Romo game.
Yeah, you should start a podcast about the media.
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on Scorebugs, Kay, if you want to get into that.
I love Scorebug. It should be called the Scorebug. Oh, look at you. See you later. Enjoy. Finally, I do think we're underreacting to what the Ravens defense showed us in the win against the Bears. We haven't talked about this yet. Ravens defense favored, head scratcher, but kind of not after this game, right? Because the defense is getting healthy. Lamar is coming back. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan, Marlon's back in the lineup, and the results were there, right? They didn't let Caleb Williams and the Chicago offense do much of anything on Sunday. We, in fact, have not spoken the word Caleb or the Bears this week. The final numbers don't actually tell the story because the Bears did have some garbage time action for your fantasy team pleasure for that, but dominant performance. Wiggins, Roquan, I think I said Rowo already. I think this might be the start of something here. This is the exact time of year that the defense turned it around last season. Look at this. In case you forgot, the Ravens ranked dead last in pass defense, 26th in scoring over the first half of last year. We forget that. And then what happened? I don't know. They flipped the script over the second half, starting in week 9. It's week 9, baby. They ranked first in scoring D, second in total D over the final 10. We know they have the talent on that side of the ball. I don't know why they have to start slowly. Some can't win them all. But it makes it interesting, and maybe we do see a repeat of that second half performance. Bengals lost, Steelers lost, and here come the Ravens. Let's point out tomorrow, they kick it off against Miami, at Miami. This will be the first game the Ravens will play against teams with losing records. Take a look at that. At the rate Pittsburgh's going, there could be 7 straight by the time that they get there late in the season. They legit might not lose again by the time we get to that December 21st game against New England. That's Lamar, fully loaded, fully healthy. Let's take a break here, let's take a break here. I think FanDuel Sportsbook has it at -110 right now. I might dabble in that. Monday, Tuesday, Gronk, turn the light on. Turn on a light. There he is. Open those blinds, baby. We'll be back after this. I don't think now it's this doesn't work. It was saying revert changes.
Oh no.
Where are we on getting something that I can use?
Getting there.
Okay, great. What is the?
You just have to switch your login. But is it giving you issues?
What do you mean?
Doing it?
No, I thought we were getting one that like different computer.
Working on it.
Okay.
I got a strike the first time, a no. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go back and ask. But again, we just have to switch the login.
Okay, let's talk about that. I don't know what that means.
If you wanted to edit it, but right now, if it's causing you issues for viewing, let me know and I'll switch it over.
And what's the issue with getting a new one? They just don't want to, is it a money thing?
It's a Richard.
Got it. I don't know what the login thing is, but we should talk about it.
Right now.
I have it now. Somehow, miraculously, we're
It's
back.
because you're a security threat. That's, yeah.
Yeah, it like was still on. Yeah, it won't let me do it. I can't be beholden to like that. I gotta, yeah. Ooh. Okay. So we changed this into just like teeing up things, and Gronk's gonna say yay or nay.
Yeah.
I think I talked to Chris after the meet, like that's what it has to be. I think it's like, I would be so annoyed if I was going on a show and I had to like do all that. So this is the way to go. Love. And we have 3? There's 3?
Well, there's 3.
Great.
Yeah.
Does he know the Aiden news?
Or sorry, there's 4. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good for Aiden.
Yeah. It's exciting.
This is hilarious. Who's in tomorrow? Amanda? And we'll be done tomorrow. If you could remind me during that I'm doing this. In the morning, I think. Yeah, because then I'll look better. I slept yesterday.
Congratulations. No more
except for my canon event. If you are someone who wants to marry me, this is your week. I will say that. If you are someone, we should talk about it in there. This.
The old world tight end, the 6'7" freak. You can call me the GOAT. Rob Gronkowski. Touchdown! Oh my goodness. Go. Holy guacamole. The greatest of all time. Yo, they call me GOAT.
He is the GOAT. He does it all. He's taking jobs that I would like to have. Now you're doing sit-down interviews, bro? What's up?
Oh, sorry, Kay. I'm just letting more light come in here, so it brightens up the mood, and it sure has. It's not really sunny out here today in New England, but what was sunny was that sit-down interview last week, Kay. You know, Fox gave me a call. Listen to this. The producer gave me the call last week. He on Wednesday, he's like, "Yeah, you're up in New England area right now," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you're off this week," and I was like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "Well, you're like right next to Gillette Stadium. You want to do a sit-down interview with Drake Maye?" And I was like, my heart started beating fast.
Really?
Because like it's out of my comfort zone. Like I get a little bit nervous, you know, when I do something new that I really never done before. And the first time I did it was with Travis Kelce at the Super Bowl, and I was definitely nervous for that one as well. So I'm not really in the comfort zone for it yet. But then he's like, "You're going to do great. It's going to be excellent." They got me prepared. Went down. Drake Maye was so awesome to sit with. He really was. We busted Tom as well with a couple jokes about him at the end. So it was a great interview, and I appreciate Drake Maye coming down, taking his time out of his day after practice and sitting with me.
I watched it. I thought about you in that lens of like, do you even know how cool that is? Because like you get to do cool stuff, or like it's cool to hear that you're like, oh my gosh, I get to do the sit down. Fox is it looks like a Marvel movie, that interview. The just like the going all in of Fox with that, and the Tom of it, and you're in this. It looks like literally like an Avengers movie, the way that it's shot and all of that. Now I don't know that. Did you like know him very well before this?
No, I just met Drake Maye really quick last year at the Pro Bowl because I was shooting with the Manning brothers for the Kick of Destiny, a promo. and they were the coaches at the Pro Bowl, so I went there to go shoot the little promo. So I met Drake Maye for a hot second. It was just saying what's up to him, and that's all. What
I love about the way you handle it, and I'm not just like blowing you up, but you don't pretend like I feel like I knew that you know, like when you know somebody, you'll be like, oh, you have a relationship. You've never been like, as a Patriot, I'm like, I can't speak today for some reason. As a Patriot, you could have opinions about Drake Maye. You could sort of like lean into like, oh, I know. You've never done that. You've never been. You're always like, no, I know McDaniels. I know like the way the organizations run usually, but you don't know him. So I want to know. And you've never really spoken like you have. After spending this day with him, like, what does that do to you as like an analyst, as a fan, as a former Patriot? Like, how do you view him now after time spent?
Yeah, after spending time with him for about 20, 25 minutes, I actually became a bigger fan as well of Drake Maye. His play was very excellent on the field, but when you get to spend time with someone and ask them questions and hear their answers and see what their personality's like, you know, and that's when you really go deeper into the type of player that they are, and if you're a bigger fan or not of them. And I became a huge fan of Drake Maye. You know, I really love that he comes from a family of all brothers too. He had the very similar, you know, situation growing up as a kid. So he was beat up all the time. He was always playing up with the competition because he had 3 older brothers, just like myself. His older brothers as well, you know, keep him in check, which is great. My brothers kept me in check, you know, throughout my whole entire career. And that's what it's all about, you know, having family around you like that. He has his head on his shoulders, and just the way that he can pick up the game of football, you can just tell. Off the camera, we were talking plays, and just the way that he would just shoot back to me what I was supposed to do and what routes I was running back in the day and what their plays are called now too and what ours were called back in the day. He was so on top of it. Like, his football IQ is so there, and now I see why he's such a great player, because he knows how to read defenses, and I saw why he's able to do that so well, because he's so smart and so intellectual that he can pick it up that quick. And then teaming up with Josh McDaniels, who knows how to read defenses as well and teach him how to read defenses, it just makes so much sense. And that deep ball that he throws is unbelievable. Right on the money, Kay.
I just like that you're like everybody else when you spend a little time, even if it's 12 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, with one of these guys, you like become fans of them. You're just like, you root for them. Like, even just like Jordan Love came on our show yesterday, and I'm just like, he's my favorite quarterback. He's the best thing alive. Like, I love, and you got this time with him, but it's not like subjective. It is, he's objectively crushing it. There were MVP chants for Drake Maye on Sunday. Look at the odds on FanDuel Sportsbook right now. He's third in odds behind Josh Allen. Here's his there we go. Here's, what does he need to do to sort of bolster his argument here? Because those are 2 juggernauts at the top there with Allen and Mahomes.
Well, it's deserving, rightfully so, right now to be currently in the top 6, top 3 in the MVP standards. And how he can stick with this momentum is just keep playing at the rate that he's playing, keep producing how he's producing out there on the field. What's so great is that he's playing football where, you know, it's winning football. He's not making plays where he's trying to be a superhero. He's getting it to the guy that's open. He's finding the man down the field and throwing nice balls to him. He's not turning it over and forcing balls in areas where, you know, it's going to possibly have a higher chance for a turnover. And that's what's making him, you know, him out there, you know, getting it to the guy that the play is designed for. And on top of what I really like about Drake Maye with the interview is because I asked him about questions about Tom, you know, does he get intimidated with, you know, following up, you know, a couple years later, even though it's 4, 5, 6 years later since Tom Brady's been there, Brady's always going to be the talk, you know, the greatest of all time. He's always going to be the face of the Patriots organization for basically forever. And I was like, how do you handle that? And I really loved his answer, because he gave so much respect to Tom, but at the same time, like, you could tell, like, hey, I'm still not going to get rattled because I didn't choose this situation. This situation chose me. I'm still going to play the best football I'm going to possibly play as the quarterback of the New England Patriots. And I'm going to show respect to Tom Brady and all those guys that were before me. And that's what I really loved about him. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm going to take over Tom. No, he's going to show his respect, and he's going to be the best player that he can be. You can tell no situation is too big for him.
It's really like he didn't have anything to do with that. But I think New England fans, they're a wild bunch, and they had it real good for a real long time. So I like the embracing of him. Even just hearing the MVP chance, even if that's improbable, goes a long way. Because there's no bigger, you can say like Jordan Love in the steps of Aaron Rodgers, but like, no, it's different. Like, Tom is the GOAT. It's the same like Baker Mayfield, even in a short stint. Like Tom brought Tampa a Super Bowl, and then it's like the transition. Like it takes a certain kind of person to be able to step into that role, and it's nice to see that Drake is that guy. I will say this. There's a world where he wins MVP. He's third right now, and if you're having fun on FanDuel Sportsbook, and like he's won Gronk over surely, I think what would have to happen, I think it's week 15 they'd have the Bills. They'd have to take care of the Bills, win the division. And then...
Yeah, and the Patriots, I think they possibly have the easiest schedule in all of football from here on forward.
The Falcons.
They got the Buccaneers and the Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills they got to face this year, and the Baltimore Ravens. I believe those are the three best teams left on their schedule, and everyone else should be a cakewalk.
Are they winning the division?
I think so. They're going to win the division. Actually, I said they're going to the playoffs at the beginning of the year. I said wild card, but they're playing at a standard where they shall win the division. If they keep it up, how they're improving on a weekly basis, and this chemistry just keeps growing, they will win the division.
Gronk spends 20 minutes with Drake, and now they're going to the Super Bowl. I love this.
I didn't say Super Bowl. But they're very competitive. I love the direction that they're on.
They're minus 115 to win the AFC East. Bills still favored there at minus 150, as they should be. We'll see how it shakes out. But they're almost neck and neck. If they win this weekend and the Bills lose to the Chiefs, they might become favorites with the overlords watching on FanDuel Sportsbook, keeping that watchful eye. We'll see.
They should be favorites to win the division in that situation, of course. If the Bills lose to the Chiefs, they're going to beat Atlanta. Atlanta's just tanking lately. They just haven't been able to pick it up. They're up and down. They're the most unpredictable team.
I don't know how it works. You think if the Patriots win against the Falcons and the Bills lose, I guess it's how they lose. The Bills lose to the Chiefs, then all of a sudden the Pats are favored in the division?
Of course. Yeah.
Right?
They already beat Buffalo. Bills, how many losses do the Bills have right now?
Three? They're 5-2? Two?
Oh, they only got 2 losses.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's 3. 5-3. Are they 5-3 or 5-2?
Yeah, I would say that they would be favorites if that's the situation at the end of this weekend.
And it's if you're on FanDuel Sportsbook, it's they're right now plus 115 to win the East. So go and get that done. It starts in Atlanta. How much do they win by? Do you like this right here?
Yes. They're going to win. They got to win. Atlanta's just so inconsistent. And the Patriots are consistent, and that's what wins games and makes you a championship team. I don't know if they're going to win by more than 5.5, but I think the Patriots will take home this game.
There's news this morning I have to ask you about. We got right into the Patriots and Drake Maye because you're Barbara Walters, may she rest in peace, of the NFL right now. But here's the news. Tom Pelissero reporting the Lions signed Aiden Hutchinson. It's 4 years, 180. It's an extension worth 141 in total guarantees, the most guaranteed money ever for a non-quarterback. It continues. Business is good in the NFL. Your thoughts on Aiden Hutchinson and these Lions?
Yeah, this is a well-deserved contract for Aiden Hutchinson. He's one of the best defensive ends in the game, and this is good for both sides of the party. It wraps up Aiden Hutchinson to be a Detroit Lion. He played at Michigan. He's staying, in his homegrown state. I'm pretty sure he's from that area as well, where he grew up. Am I right or wrong on that? Okay. I am right on that situation.
Right.
He's the hometown pride. He should be a Detroit Lion his whole entire life. And this is good because they don't got to worry about his contract, his contract situation in the future to come. Now they can build around him. This is going to be Aiden Hutchinson's team on the defensive side of the ball for years to come. This is a great move by the Detroit Lions to get it done. We
have other stuff to get into. I want to get into some Halloween hot takes. I came up with these 5 minutes till we got on the air. I called Chris. Chris told Sam. I maybe didn't tell Sam, but here's what I want to do. It's Halloween hot takes. I'm going to give you some things that maybe I agree or disagree with, but I'm going to toss them to you. Handing out candy, the best part of Halloween. Are you in on that?
I am in on that 100%. I don't do it at my homes, but I love when I'm at other people's homes. I put the Scream mask on and I hand out candy and I try to scare kids. So you got to do the whole entire process in order to enjoy it.
Have you ever answered the door as just Gronk? What is that like?
No, I did that once, Kay. I don't do that anymore. It was too many people were coming over. Too many moms were budging into the house and trying to stay. It was a little bit too much.
Aiden got the deal.
The moms were getting out of control, Kay. It was wild.
I would know it's you in 1 second if you had a scream mask and open.
Well, they were coming. Yeah, they all knew it was me because it was coming. They were coming to my home, but I'm talking like it was getting out of hand. I'm like, your kid's running away. And the mom's like, oh, it's fine.
Like, my kid's crying for the next 9 nights. It's okay. It's great, Gronk. Look at your biceps. I love it. Okay, Aiden just got paid. Myles Garrett, though. Myles Garrett, here's a Halloween hot take. Myles Garrett, the scariest player in the current NFL.
Oh, yes, he is. And for 2 reasons is because he loves Halloween. He dresses up as scary, costumes, as scary characters, movie characters, and all that good stuff for Halloween. And he's also the scariest player on the field. 5 sacks last week. I mean, it sucks. Him and Max Crosby to see, like, never to make the playoffs. Such great players at defensive end. He had 5 sacks versus Myles Garrett, 5 sacks last week, and they still got destroyed by the Patriots. Like, he's the scariest defender, though, at that defensive end position.
Hamilton Harrison, can you pop on really quick? I'm wondering who's low key this. Like, obviously, Myles, you've got. I would say, who else is really scary? Danielle Hunter, I think, is super scary. Yeah, that's everyone I was saying Danielle. I came up with Danielle Hunter as the most intimidating guy in the NFL. Who's low-key scary, though, guys? Like, who's, like, isn't going to get the votes, but is, like, low-key terrifying?
Vita Vea, to me, like, having to deal with that guy on the interior. I know he's not, like, the scariest personality, but, yeah, like, there's nobody like him that you have to face as an opposing offense. Is
there like an offense? What about Burrow? Burrow, when he's healthy, kind of scary, I feel like.
No, yeah, but we're talking about scary players. You got to have scary personalities in order to be like defense. Where you can hurt guys. Like you tackle them and you hurt them and you don't want to be hit by them. Joe Burrow's not a scary type of guy, Kay. I mean, maybe just his arm socket's a scary. Just for, his arm defenders. Socket. Yeah, just his arm socket. But other than that, he's not that scary. He's too good looking to be scary.
Does it have to be a lineman? Like, there's no other offensive player that's scary? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Trent Williams.
Who?
I was going to say Trent Williams. Trent Williams, San Francisco 49ers. Oh, you get him going. Oh, that's pretty scary.
I'm scared
of him. You get him going.
How
about Deion Dawkins last week?
Yes.
He looked scary.
No, he's not scary.
At the game.
Sweetie pie. Hamilton, who's the coach that I always was terrified of? He's not a coach anymore, a head coach. Jim Schwartz?
Yeah, Jim Schwartz.
He's scary.
Yeah.
Who's the scariest coach ever? Is it Bill?
No. Probably coaches back in the day in like the 80s, 90s, like a Bill Parcells type. And then there's probably guys that we never even heard of or can't remember right now that were like 80s and 90s where it was probably just so vicious. They were probably so vicious and so powerful.
I'm the most scared of Shanahan, I think.
Wait, what's Shanahan, like back in the day, Shanahan?
No, like from like Kyle now. Like as far as like from
Kyle in a press conference.
In my job, Kyle in a press conference or something is like, I just think he's like intimidating to me. Him or who else is like a scary head coach? Oh, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is scary. He doesn't want to be seen that way, but he's a little spooky. Okay, thanks, Harrison Hamilton. We'll see you again with Propa Shot. Okay, here's another Halloween hot take. Pumpkin spice should not exist.
Wait, that is a hot take. Why should it not exist? It's pumpkin.
You like
that's
pumpkins?
That's what Halloween is.
Okay, sell me pumpkins. What's good about pumpkins?
Pumpkin is really good for digestion.
Really?
It really is. Yes, it's really good for digestion. It cleans you out.
You're throwing pumpkins into like a smoothie?
Camille just made a pumpkin pie last week, and she sat there at the kitchen counter and told me what ingredients to put in, and I had to stir it up, and I made it for her while she just shouted orders to me.
Fiber.
And it was a lot of fun. But pumpkin pie is really good for you. I actually give pumpkin to Ralphie as well to help him with digestion. I give him a scoop every single time. So pumpkin's really good for you. It's Halloween spirit. So pumpkin spice, 100%, it deserves to be honored with Halloween.
I think it's the worst flavor of any flavor that exists. Even Maybe not like licorice, but like it's a
No,
bad.
you got
No, I'm
it.
wrong.
It is bad by itself. You just can't have straight up pumpkin. You you juice it up a little bit with some brown sugar, some maple syrup, something like that, some dates.
Throw it
You
in the
gotta
blender.
get some sugar in that pumpkin.
Hocus Pocus. The movie Hocus Pocus is the Tom Brady of Halloween movies. It's that and everything else.
Well, I never seen the movie Hocus Pocus, and everyone's seen Tom Brady play the game of football and know Tom Brady and seen what he can do. So if I never seen Hocus Pocus, then it cannot be the Tom Brady of Halloween.
Then what is the Tom Brady of Halloween movies, my friend?
Michael Myers Halloween. Oh,
I don't know that I've ever
movie.
seen that. There's like too many.
Yeah,
of
well,
them.
it's the Tom Brady of Michael Myers is one of the biggest, baddest killers in all time of Halloween movies. And what was Tom Brady? He killed defenses. He killed franchises.
Much more handsome, though. Okay, the cutoff age for trick-or-treating should be 12 years old.
12 years old is what, 7th grade? 6th grade?
6th grade, 7th grade. Like when you turn 13, you're a teenager. Should 13-year-olds be trick-or-treating?
Yeah, that's not really a hot take. I think that's actually very accurate. So yes, I think after 12, yeah, you're not allowed to trick or treat anymore. What was crazy is I remember I was like 10 years old trick or treating, but I was so much bigger than everyone that people wouldn't give me candy. They're like, "You're too old to trick or treat." I'm like, I'm the same age as the people you're giving candy right now.
I honestly agree. I feel like if do it as long as you can. Do you know what I mean? Like when go be 16 and trick or treat. Hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down for that.
You gotta be, if you're small enough, like Kay, you're tiny, like you could have got away with it at 16 years old.
I did. I think I could go out there and like dress up like put a sheet over my head with 2 holes and still get it done. Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you look 12 and under, you can still trick and treat. But if you're 15 and you look 12, you're good.
I'm on the same peptides that Travis Kelce's on, That's my vibe. Here's my entire script just went to hell. Speaking of Halloween, last one for you. Egging houses should come back.
Actually, yeah. Let's bring it back. You're allowed to egg the houses where you don't like the people that are in the house.
Did you ever egg a house?
I like that. I never egged a house before in my life. I never even egged anything before in my life. The only eggs I've ever dealt with is with like egg tossing.
Oh, yeah,
where you keep getting farther and farther away.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even for Halloween. I think it was for
like a summer day camp activity. Yeah. It's like a at the beach.
A summer activity at the beach, yes. But egging houses.
Gosh, egging houses.
Let's bring it back, Kay.
Listen, Gronk,
come on.
The chapter of egging houses of our lives was like insanity. First of all, you couldn't get away with it now because everyone's got a ring cam and technology's ruined everybody's fun. But the idea of when I never physically egged a house, but I was definitely part of that bad group of kids. I was in the mix of let's go do that. I was in the background I'm hiding because my mom would kill me. However, I feel can you imagine now being 44 with 2 kids and walking out and there's egg on your house? The level of fury that I would have, that would be the worst thing ever. I can't believe it was a thing, but I want it back
I would
also.
probably kill somebody if I walked out. If I had kids and then just someone started egging me, I would run into the house and I'm gonna get prepared. I'm always gonna have cartons of eggs now in my fridge when Halloween comes. And if someone starts egging me, I'm running full speed into the house and I'm launching dozens of eggs at them. I'm gonna be Shohei Ohtani on the mound, when it comes down to that situation. Just be firing eggs left and right.
Henry Rowenger. I say we bring it back. I'd like to see your mom defend your honor in your home with a green spoon. There's a whole thing to talk about it, but ring cams have sort of ruined the fun on that. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with Rob Gronkowski. I forgot, Gronk, that it was a thing. And I thought about it this morning and was do people still do that? And then I thought about the actual consequences of that in the 90s of you would just hate somebody at school and go defame where they live. It's insane.
Yeah, insane. And you're right. I was always a part of that bad boy group, like you said, but I was never the one to egg them. I would be in the car and then I would see them launch the eggs and I'd be egging it on.
Because those guys were awesome, idiots. Dude. By the way,
idiots.
If you were if you now are watching this and you were the one to actually be the one to throw the egg, you're an absolute nobody and an idiot because you've gone nowhere in life. Being the one that decided you're the fall guy, you're the who threw it. You're that guy? No, you can't be the guy. That's being the person who owns the boat. You just want to be friends with the person. who has the boat to do that. You know what they used to do in Chicago in my mean streets, Gronk? We'd like meet up for like egg fights. Like no houses involved, but just like this group is egging this group. So there was one year, this is like an actual horror story, one group put like Nair in eggs, like took the yolk out of an egg and filled it with Nair. Nair is hair removal. And they were going around and like hitting people with Nair.
How do you fill the egg up with Nair when the eggs, how do you do that? Wouldn't the egg crack?
No, because you can you make like a little hole in the top. And it's like, I'm the one who did it. I just know how it's done. I didn't do it. You like with a needle, if you poke the top and bottom of an egg, you can blow the yolk out. The yolk will come out. And then with like a syringe, you can fill, and they would use Nair. And that's when all the fun, that's probably why it stopped existing, because like these kids like went to juvie. I grew up in the mean streets.
Hey, also talking about egging houses and stuff, what about paintballing? Paintballing houses and mailboxes was a thing back in the day, too. That was at around the same time growing up as a kid. You egged houses or you paintballed houses as well, and I haven't heard of that in a long time.
Did you grow up, and now we're giving the Gen Z ideas. No, they're just like, they're too busy TikToking in front of houses to get their hands dirty with paint, you know?
And also, there's just too many cameras around these days. You just literally, you got away with anything. You egged a house, you did any of that, paintball the house. There was no such thing as evidence of any surveillance at all. Now these days, there is surveillance on every single house and every single corner that you turn on.
Gronk, I don't like the idea, even like I'm going trick-or-treating for the first time in forever with my nephews and nieces this week. You just gave me like I don't want to be on people's cameras, house to house. That sucks. I'm going to just be on everybody's camera. Oh.
Put a costume on that covers your face.
No, I will, but I still don't. I just think it's like the surveillance, you know? I don't know. Anyway, this was a great talk. Let's do Papa Shot.
You're just overthinking Halloween, Kay.
I can't hear you, Gronk. Sorry.
I said you're just overthinking.
Papa Shot! Ravens at Dolphins tomorrow with little help from FanDuel Sportsbook. Hamilton, what does the score look like after Week 8?
Well, come on, Hamilton.
All right, Gronk, the comeback is underway. You went 2 for 3, Kay. You went 1 for 3. So, Kay, you're still up 14-12, but
Close.
Gronk is closing in.
Look at that form.
I'm a closer. Look at that form.
Shohei Ohtani.
The wrist.
I can't name. I literally can't name. Hold on, I can't name a basketball player. Like, I couldn't name. I said Kevin Durant. Who else is a great?
You can definitely name Kevin Durant. Yeah, I've seen some headlines out there about you too.
Okay, who's the best pure shooter? Who's the best like shooter? Right, Steph Curry. Oh, I just saw. Yeah, Steph Curry. Now, who's a new one? Who's the guy in Minnesota? Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
AE.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll edit this together. It'll look cute.
Love him.
Go ahead.
There you go. All right, let's get into it. Gronk, I'm going to start with you after Kay's awful takes on Pumpkin. The over-under for Lamar Jackson's passing yards is set at 236.5. Does he go over or under?
I think he's going to go under. I don't know if he's really going to run the ball because he's coming off of a hamstring injury, but also he's going to be a little rusty throwing the ball as well.
Is he?
I'm just going to go under. You know,
I like how this is going for me. I like this for me. I really like this for me. Okay, yeah. Under. At Miami, Lamar's first game back, under. Okay, great, yeah. And he's not going to run, so he's certainly not going to have passing
He's going to have one of those games where he throws like 4 or 5 touchdowns, but like the yardage total is only like 180 to 220 yards.
Can we make that a prop, please? Have over 6 touchdowns? Or can we have 5 touchdowns over?
4 or 5.
Okay, all right.
There's always a prop for how many touchdowns he's going to throw for. Make it your way.
All right, yeah, there you go. All right, okay, your turn. The line for 2 is passing touchdowns is 1.5. Does he go over or under that?
Tua?
Yep.
Oh man. Well, he's got to keep up with the 19 touchdowns that Lamar's going to throw. So I'm going to say over. I feel like we haven't talked about it because it's just a mess down there. But he played his best game. Okay, last week he had 4 touchdowns against Atlanta, who Gronk doesn't like. Doesn't think that they have anything. So I think it carries over. He's got a little momentum, a little confidence.
All right, Gronk, back to you. The line for Jalen Waddle's receiving yards is sitting at 62.5. Does he go over or under that?
I mean, he's the number 1 target for Tua. He's going to go over that, over 62.5. He has to. I mean, if the Miami Dolphins want to move the ball at all, score points, get first downs, Waddle has to come through over 62.5 yards.
Oof.
All right, okay. Derrick Henry's line for rushing yards is 89.5. You going over or under that?
Okay, if you're on FanDuel Sportsbook right now, what are we doing? Like, circle that, highlight it, bold it, like, hit that. Yeah, absolutely. 89? Absolutely. This Dolphins defense is not good. Lamar's back. It'll only open things up for Derrick. And Derrick Henry on the show pretty soon, so gotta go over.
All right, Gronk, one anytime touchdown score for the Ravens in this one.
I'm gonna hit up Derrick Henry and tell him not to come on the show. Yeah. Yeah.
You're only mean in this segment. Like you're so competitive. Just right now, your like player is coming out.
Actually, I'm going to hit him up, tell him not to come on the show. I'm also going to say don't rush for over 89 yards.
Oh, no.
And also
score
a touchdown because I'm picking Derrick Henry for the anytime touchdown scorer.
Okay, love that. Anytime touchdown score. What's the last one?
Okay, you're up. One anytime touchdown score for the Dolphins.
I'm going to go Achane. Achane, because I think he's going to catch one from Mr. Tua, and he's got 4 receiving touchdowns this year. So let's recap. I will go Tua, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Derrick Henry, I don't know what that is, 89.5 yards. Hit the over, and Devon Achane, anytime touchdown scorer. Gronk has Lamar, under 236.5 passing. Waddle, over 62.5 receiving. And Derrick Henry to get in the end zone. And show me that Gronk spike image. Let's see it. I think we got it. There it is. FanDuel Sportsbook has another $2 million Thursday touchdown jackpot going for this game. All you have to do is pick an anytime touchdown score. If your choice scores the first or the last touchdown, you win a share of the $2 million pot. Thanks for playing Prop-A-Shot with us. And Gronk, have a happy Halloween, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Kate. You as well. But also, before we go, I just want to ask you, did you see my bet that I posted on my story on Monday for the Kansas City Chiefs game?
No.
I said the Chiefs are going to win the game, and also the Commanders are barely going to score, so I picked the under, and I put $500 of bonus bets on it, and I won like $900, like $80 from it. So thank you, Kay.
Yeah.
If you need some knowledge, if you need some intellectual from the Gronkster on how to bet, hey, check out my story every once in a while.
It's nice to know that you needed that. You need that money that you got.
I did. I actually got to pay my gas bill today because of it.
I'm just glad to know that worked out for you, because who needs more money than
happy Halloween.
Love you. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Happy Halloween to you. Enjoy your digestif of pumpkin in whatever form. And we'll be back with Pat Freiermuth. So funny. That is not a bad take, Matthew.
I think it is.
Done. I have no app. Oh, 10 seconds? Why isn't it no countdown clock? I sat down with Steelers tight end and Penn State alum Pat Freiermuth yesterday. We talked about a very special thing he's doing, an important cause you need to hear about. We talked about Aaron Rodgers. We talked about Happy Valley. Take a look. 5th year is crazy. Is that not crazy?
I know it is. It's insane. It is weird to think about. I was thinking about it. I was actually talking with Aaron about it.
Tell me more.
Just like before the Cincinnati game, we were just talking about his career and the ups and downs of his career. And, he started talking about my career. We kind of just got into a real cool conversation about just like the ups and downs of it. And it's crazy how it's already been year 5. And it just feels like I was drafted in Pittsburgh literally yesterday.
What the heck is that like, getting to get into that mind of one of the best to ever do it? What has that been like?
It's honestly been a blessing just hearing his thoughts on life, his thoughts on his football journey, just the person he is. He's such a genuine guy. I think the coolest thing has just been being able to get to know him as a guy, as one of the guys in the locker room. He's been so good to everyone. It's just been super cool to be a part of, for sure.
What do you think is like the biggest misunderstanding about him right now?
I think just how genuine he is, honestly. I think he says hello to everyone in the building. He doesn't walk around like, he's better than anyone else. I remember the funniest story for me and my fiance is we were over in Ireland and I DM'd. Yeah, Jillian. I was trying I was DMing him to tell him to come to Pittsburgh, and he responded, and I was like, "Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers responded to me," and it's been cool.
What did he respond?
he was just asking questions about, the Steelers and the organization. And
give me one thing he asked you. Like, that you need to like frame that. That's hilarious.
Oh, 100%.
What did he ask you? Give me a question he asked you.
He honestly just asked about the food in Pittsburgh. He asked about obviously Mike T and Arthur.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it was like, when I saw him respond, I was like, Aaron Rodgers responded. It was pretty cool.
That is actually so insane. You have these in-depth conversations get into his head a little bit ahead of his Bengals game. No surprise that this chemistry translates, and you have this incredible game with this insane 68-yard touchdown from him. Tight ends don't always have the speed to get to the end zone on these kind of things. How do you outrun 4 Bengals, my friend?
Yeah, honestly, I was talking to some of the guys that I haven't had that much space to run in a football field probably since high school. And, the ball was up and I caught it. And I knew Geno Stone tried to deflect it. And I knew that was the last safety on my side. So kind of thought to myself, I better start running. And it was a cool play. Obviously, I wish we ended with the win. But it was a cool game.
Longest play of your career.
It was.
You've played with some fun quarterbacks. Now you're with Aaron. How rewarding is it with him specifically to gain his trust?
I mean, it's awesome. He's a future Hall of Famer, first ballot. He's arguably one of the best quarterback to ever play the game, and just being able to, go to work with him every single day, talk, football, understand where his mind is, game planning wise and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's an awesome experience.
You two talk about Big Ben?
A little bit here and there. Ben came to a joint practice against the Bucs, and so all 3 of us were talking it up. And Ben's awesome too. So conversation with Ben and Aaron. That's pretty cool.
No,
cool.
Take me into that conversation. What is that conversation? Don't tell me it's about Pittsburgh food and fries on the sandwich.
No, honestly, it was just Ben was asking Aaron how I've been doing in camp, and Ben was just talking about him throwing me touchdowns a bunch my rookie year, and it was just just having 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks like that talk about me as a football player. It's been pretty memorable.
I gotta apologize to you. I feel like I've been saying all year long, like you guys shouldn't have traded George Pickens, and it can't just be DK out there operating. You need to trade for a wide receiver. But then I really did like the deep dive, knowing I was going to talk to you today, and I'm like, man, I think Pat might be that dude. I think you're the other guy. Is that true? Are you?
Hopefully. I think Arthur. I got a lot of guys trust. In the organization, and I think our offense is rolling right now. We want to finish drives more, but I think we got a lot of talent on our side of the ball, and we've been doing some pretty fun things on offense. So whatever happens. But I think we got a lot of playmakers on our side of the ball right now.
Finish drives. That's the message here going into week 9. By the way, up against the Colts, who are like unbelievable right now, and you're going up against. You had the Tucker Kraft experience, and now you have Tyler Warren, who's like lighting the world on fire, who you know very well.
The cool thing about Tyler is I think in this day and age with college football, you see guys transfer when stuff gets hard. Yeah. And he came into a room with me and Theo Johnson and Brent Strange, who are all starting NFL tight ends. And he was a quarterback in high school, and so he had to develop. And he asked a bunch of questions my last year there. His first year, he redshirted. He didn't really start going until his 4th or 5th year. And it was just cool to see him, tough it out and do things the right way, become a leader, and uphold the standard of the tight end at Penn State. He's just one of the most genuine people I know.
Well, you're saying that I actually did meet him at the Panini rookie premiere, but
That's right.
But he's all business. This man is all
business. All business.
Will you guys have a jersey exchange?
I went to a Penn State game last year, and I took his jersey without even asking him. So I need his NFL jersey.
You're like super Penn State.
I am.
You're like that rare breed of rare breeds.
Yes.
They recently part ways with James Franklin, who I'm sure had a lot to do with where you are today, who you are today. Mm-hmm. What is the perfect situation for him?
I think he would really do well at like Florida. I do. I think he would do really well down there. I know he recruits Maryland a lot. So who knows if that's my sister goes to Maryland. So who knows? That'd be pretty cool if he became a coach in Maryland. If something were to happen there, I don't know. But
if you're LSU, are you calling James Franklin and what?
Yeah, I forgot LSU just opened up. I just realized that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a very genuine guy. Okay. He's a really good recruiter. He's a really good football coach, and I think his family's like this with mine. And the coolest thing with him, he actually, when I committed to him, my grandfather was sick, and he really meant a lot to me. And so he called my grandfather on the phone, and he told him I was committing to Penn State. So that's something that from day one really stuck to me. He's one of the best guys that I know. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you're one of the best guys I know because you're doing something that's really good. And it's really freaking important. It's the We Give Blood drive. Why is this so important to you personally?
Yeah, it's important, obviously, because, there's a blood shortage out there. And, Abbott has teamed up with the Big Ten just to be able to put this on, raise awareness, a little off-field competition between all the Big Ten schools. And, the winner of this gets $1 million contributing from Abbott to their
little competition.
Little competition, some money incentive. So, being able to help Penn State and giving back to Penn State and the community means a lot to me.
I was doing some research, Pat. You're not joking when you're talking about these shortages. Some blood centers have less than 1 day as far as like a supply of blood available. And the statistics are gnarly. And this is like without what could happen, preventative things, accidents, calamities. Somebody needs blood every 2 seconds in the U.S. Every blood donation saves up to 3 lives. That is a fact. Those are statistics. There's a competition that's pitting all 18 schools against each other. It's big10.org/Abbott, where you can go donate blood for your school, win yourself $1 million, do your thing. So you're a diehard, obviously. You're still very wound up about this team. Give me a name that excites Pat Freiermuth for that next chapter of what this team could be.
You're talking player-wise?
No, I'm talking who's leading. Yeah. Is there a name that gets it going?
The head coach at JMU, I saw some things online. I think he's pretty cool.
Bob Chesney?
Yes. Him or the dude Eli Drinkwitz from Missouri.
I went to Missouri. Don't you take him?
No, I think we need him.
The man who gave us
I think we need him on the
we appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Go sign up. Do the right thing. Support your school and support people who need it. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you.